Ruby's parents always make him feel embarrassed whenever they drive to pick him up from school. This is because they turn the car's volume to the maximum, and all the students stare at them. He doesn't do this to attract attention on purpose, but because they can't hear. Ruby's parents are both deaf, and they can only experience music by turning up the volume to feel the vibrations of the sound system. However, this always leads to Ruby being mocked by his classmates, which he finds embarrassing. But this is not the most humiliating part for him. When his parents go to the hospital for checkups, Ruby has to act as their translator. His father describes symptoms related to his private parts, but the doctor can't understand, so Ruby has to translate for him. This situation makes Ruby feel very awkward. His parents and brother are all deaf, and as the only normal person in the family, Ruby is responsible for all external communication. Living in such a family has placed a lot of pressure on him since he was young. His family relies on fishing for a living. Every day, he sets an alarm clock and wakes up at 3 a.m. to wake up his father and brother. Then, they all head out to sea to fish. Ruby skillfully sorts the fish, but most importantly, he has to help answer the radio calls. This is how their fishing boat is allowed to set sail. When the fish are sold, Ruby also has to communicate with the buyers. The whole family's livelihood depends on him. Ruby has had to shoulder many responsibilities since childhood. After a busy morning, he doesn't even have time to change his clothes before rushing off to school. This exhausting lifestyle often causes him to fall asleep in class and become the target of mockery from his classmates, which leads to Ruby having low self-confidence. There is a boy he likes named Miles, but he never dares to approach him. When he saw that Miles had signed up for the choir, Ruby secretly signed up as well. However, during the first class, he got scared. The teacher asked every student to sing a line of Happy Birthday to evaluate their singing abilities. When it was Ruby's turn, he couldn't bring himself to open his mouth. Having been insecure since childhood, he was afraid of being laughed at by others. He grabbed his backpack, turned around, and ran out. He found a quiet lake where no one was around, and only there did he dare to sing. When he got home, he saw his parents arguing. The family was out of money, and his mother wanted to sell the boat. But his father insisted that he didn't know how to do anything else except fishing. Although his parents didn't directly tell him, this situation added more pressure on Ruby. The next day, he went to the teacher alone to express his concerns. The teacher patiently encouraged him not to care about other people's opinions. Motivated by the teacher's words, Ruby finally found some courage. During class, the teacher asked Ruby to practice a breathing exercise in front of everyone, pretending to be a dog panting. To avoid making Ruby feel embarrassed, the teacher asked everyone to join in. When Ruby sang out loud,
now we're talking.
And if you feel like I feel, babe,
the teacher was surprised to discover that Ruby had a remarkable talent. His classmates were also stunned. After class, the teacher called Ruby and Miles aside and arranged a special task for them, a duet that they would perform at the school's talent show. After class, Ruby went to the fish market to help. He noticed that the market was offering a lower price for his brother's fish compared to others. He immediately went up to argue with the vendor, but his brother stopped him from interfering.